Hi, it's Paul. In this clip I want to look at the most common presentation of adenocarcinomas in serous effusion specimens. So these are probably the samples that show the classic adenocarcinoma features, and they're quite nice to look at. This is a classic example, an ovarian adenocarcinoma in ascites. You can see at this power there is enormous variation in size and shape, and there's clusters of cells that show really quite prominent big vacuolation in the cytoplasm. Notice how the nuclei are located eccentrically. This is the PAP. You can see nuclei are polarized, and you've got all these vacuoles in the cytoplasm, some of them really quite large secretory type vacuoles, some of them foamier and small. Nuclei tend to be arranged around the outside of all of the groups, so acinar-like. That was a crowded sheet we had there, and the nuclei show typical adenocarcinoma features, so round nuclei that are enlarged, hyperchromatic, sometimes coarse chromatin, and very prominent single central nucleolus. Notice how much vacuolation there is within groups of cells here. So mesothelial cells don't usually do that. So just seeing that is a useful feature for identifying adenocarcinoma. Here's another example. This one has more inflammatory cells in the background and maybe mesothelial cells, but it also has lots of these groups of adenocarcinoma cells. See how the vacuolation appears quite clear, and see how much variation there is in nuclear size here. Yes, the background does have a lot of leukocytes, some mesothelial cells. Notice how much bigger these malignant cells are, and they have eccentric nuclei, large vacuoles. Here's another example. Again, you can appreciate at low power the lovely glandular arrangements of these cells. Lots of acini, little balls of cells. Again, really highly vacuolated cytoplasm, prominent nucleoli, and eccentrically placed nuclei. So that's the most common pattern really, the classic adenocarcinoma pattern, and that accounts for the vast majority of metastatic adenocarcinomas in effusion specimens. However, there are a group that show different and more subtle changes, and that'll be the subject of the next clip.